So it seems the tables have flipped regarding the forecast for the 2024 election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. It seems to have been a significant flip when it comes to the prediction and the betting that people are saying that now Kamala seems to be a slight favorite versus Biden, where Trump used to be the favorite. And let's take a look at the states that seems to have solidified for Harris, or the states that went from leading Trump to now more of a toss-up state. Even though in some of them, according to this map, is a little fishy. So we, of course, we can see all the usuals, the hard battlegrounds for Democrats: California, Oregon, Colorado, New Mexico. It seems that right now with the election for the vice president for Harris, now this probably might solidify her candidacy for Minnesota, which is going to be an important state for the election. I think Trump still, if he can win Nevada and Arizona, and Michigan and Georgia, he might be able to pull it off. But the problem is, right now, Georgia seems to be a toss-off, although Trump is still leading. I'm still very confused on what's going to happen with Georgia because, as I mentioned in the past, Georgia voted for the Republican governor by a significant margin, but then voted against the Trump candidate for the Senate. That means there is a significant percentage of the population in Georgia who really don't like Trump or didn't want to support his candidate. The same what happened in Pennsylvania with Fetterman and Dr. Oz. Fetterman had just suffered a stroke. Fetterman was in the worst condition of his life, yet Trump still lost the Senate seat on the candidate he supported. So my question is, has this flipped in the population in Pennsylvania? Are they planning to give Trump another shot based on the economy is doing? That is definitely an important thing. And regarding Arizona, which is still a close race, what's going to happen with Maricopa County? We all know Maricopa County, like, it seems to be kind of how Broward was in Florida, which was always some shenanigans and it was always delaying with the ballot counts. It was always a freaking mess in Florida until they fired everyone there and they got competent people to actually get the job done. So that's definitely an important situation there. Nevada, I don't know. Nevada only has 6 electoral votes. Let's be honest. Probably none of us know what's going to happen. We kind of think our bias is telling us, hey, I want my candidate to win. Or maybe you see the opposition as a bigger threat or that they're more likely to win. But what I can definitely tell, if we scroll down here to the forecast, look how everything has flipped. So back in May, Biden and Trump was 44-44. Then after the debate, as you can see, Trump started pulling away and pulling away and pulling away and pulling away until then they confirmed Harris. As you guys can see here, Trump was definitely a favorite at the beginning of the year. And then Biden kind of started pulling closer and closer. And after the debate, everything collapsed for Biden. And of course, Democrats did the undemocratic option. Let's be honest. It was not a democratic option. They just handpicked the candidate. And they put Harris in. And as you can see, everything was completely off. Like 60-34. Like it was expected to be... I don't like to say the word landslide because I don't believe there's going to be a landslide for any side. The country is extremely divided, and most people, only the independents are the ones that are switching their votes. The people that tend to vote Republican, they don't change their vote, and the people that vote Democrat, they don't change their vote. Only the independents and the libertarians, they might vote for one candidate or the other. Although The libertarian now picking with the left wing libertarian. I'm not sure how libertarians are going to feel. I think many of them are going to jump on the Trump train, but let's see what happens. So, staying here on the presidential forecast, as you can see here, as they confirm Biden, they confirm Harris. Look how the situation started closing. Again, this is not 100%, guys, because people love saying, "Oh, the polls are always wrong." The poll is an idea. It is the same way when you go to a UFC fight and you want to see the odds. Does the odd guarantee that somebody is going to win? It does not. It just says who is more likely to win. And as of now, as the most recent forecast, it has Harris 4 points ahead of Trump. Which again, maybe there's, always at the beginning when there's a change, people get really excited about something, and maybe that's gonna cool off down the road. Maybe after the debate, we might see a different idea. I know people are talking a lot about the vice presidents. I think most people don't care about the vice presidents. Most people don't vote. Oh, how many people voted for Trump last time for Pence? Or how many people voted for Kamala? I'm sorry, for Biden because of Kamala. Let's be honest. And again, I'm just giving my take here. At the end, there's nothing 100% accurate, and there's a reason people love to pretend that they know what the hell's going on in the comments, as if they know. If they know, put money on it. If you do believe that you're 100% right, hey, show me a receipt. Show me a receipt. Hey, look, I put $1,000 that Harry's going to win. I put $1,000 that Trump is going to win, and the polls are bullshit. Go ahead. Because at the end, most people that make those predictions, they hide. They never talk about anything. The same way that people, when they make their predictions that Hillary was going to win, and then many of them, they didn't say anything about it, unless, of course, we got the clips. And the same thing what happened with Trump in 2020. All the people that say, oh, there's going to be a landslide. There's going to be a landslide. I've been hearing a landslide for I don't know how long. So anyone that says it's a landslide, I start to tune off of anyone who says landslide, because I think it is extremely partisan talking points. Even in the 2022 midterm, I was expecting Republicans to do significantly better despite the inflation. And you know what I noticed? People don't care about inflation. People don't care that much about the economy. Most people care more about their ideology. That's how it is, guys. People want to reason why one person votes for Trump or the Democrats, even though people don't really think. People are like, oh yeah, I think of this policy and this and that. Bullshit. Most people don't think like that. There's maybe 10% of people who actually go through the stuff and they actually find the policies that they agree on in a specific candidate. But most people don't. Most people just vote. Hey, when I voted for Obama, I didn't follow politics. My dad submitted the ballot for me. I didn't know crap about it. And there's many families that vote just like that. And then people trying to reason. Sometimes it's just not a lot of reason. There's maybe one thing that they like about the other candidate versus the following, and that's the reason they vote. So, going back to the important topic, guys. So, it seems the situation is closing. I mean, Kamala right now has a lead. Again, a lead does not guarantee anything. At the end, people have to go out there and vote. As I mentioned on the previous video, the important thing is going to be, how does Nevada, Arizona, Georgia go? If Trump gets those three, he only needs one state from the Rust Belt. He needs to get either Michigan. I don't think he can get Wisconsin or Pennsylvania. I know you guys are saying Michigan is more left leaning than PA. It doesn't matter. He needs to win one of them, or he can lose either Nevada and win Pennsylvania. But that is the problem. The problem is that the race is going to be really tight. Let me show you the last map here. That way you guys can better understand what I'm trying to say. So as I mentioned on my hypothetical, because many people cannot understand what a hypothetical is. A hypothetical is a created scenario. It's not necessarily a scenario based on facts. It's just to give it perspective, to give a different scenario. Many people are talking about the national, uh, the national odds. Personally, I don't care about national odds because I think there's a different reason why Arizona is going to vote for Trump or Harris versus how Pennsylvania is going to vote for Trump or Harris versus Michigan is going to vote for Trump or Harris. So the not putting 300 million into one bucket, I think it's not a good way to make an estimate. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. So here's my scenario. Let's say Harris stays with Nevada. Trump, on a close victory, can get Arizona. Then, any of this that Trump can close, I think he can win. But at the same time, if Harris gets Pennsylvania and Michigan, I highly doubt that any of these two are going to vote for Trump. I think the more likely to vote for Trump are these three. Probably the more likely to vote for Trump is going to be PA. But as I mentioned, what happened with the Senate seat back in 2020, let's see how that part turns out. But it would be definitely very interesting to watch. I heard there was confirmation about a debate. So I haven't been able to confirm that. I heard they had a confirmation, but then they moved it. And let me see if I can find it at the moment. So we do have confirmation for a debate. It's going to be September 10th. Let me see which network is going to be. So it will be hosted by Fox News and NBC. Interesting. Let's see how that goes. So that's it. I'll wrap it up with this video, guys. I know there's a lot of people talking about this, but I wanted just to give my take. All right.